Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a very, very, very long time, and I am pretty sorry for that. But hey ho! So, we're back for another rant, because this needs to be said, because people around me are just being idiots again, and so this means we're back. This episode today is about people's opinions, or I suppose people's tolerance of gay people. I tried to explain in the last video, but I got comments there as well about my opinions. I have no problem with what people's opinions are. You know, everyone has their own opinion, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. My problem with people starts when people cannot have their opinion but be tolerant. Like, I'm gonna turn really horribly chabby here. People have their own opinions, and that, like, it's okay. Everyone's got a different idea of, you know, how everything works and what's right and what's wrong. Everyone's got different morals, and yeah, that's basically all I have there. I don't even have anything planned for this. You can have your own opinions and still be tolerant of other people. So I suppose we'll probably get onto today's topic mostly, which is about people being tolerant of people who are gay. This is probably kind of a big secret, and I'm going to probably lose half my followers when I say this. At the moment, and I don't know if it's just a phase, I don't know if I will grow out of this or whatever, at the moment I class myself as bisexual. Now, I'm open about this. Clearly, I'm basically just told the world, if the world watches this, that no, I'm open with my sexuality because I don't see the point in being hidden. And I also never thought it would become a problem. Although a few days ago at school, I was trying to work and had some people bring it up. Now, I don't mind when people ask questions, you know, they're like, oh, I don't know what questions people ask, you know, they ask if I am actually bisexual. I don't have problems with this, you know, like, people are allowed to ask questions, that's perfectly reasonable. It's just, after they started asking questions, one of the people in the group had to point out the fact that it's wrong, and ooh, and I don't even remember that much. I've tried to wipe it from my memory as much as possible. Now, I know, being gay for years has been one of the biggest controversial things ever, alongside God being real or not being real, as was in my last rant. I know what people are trying to say, but honestly, this feels like, I suppose the only way I can explain how this felt was honestly like racism. And I suppose it is in a sense, because we're all different people, right? None of us are identical clones, and I'm going to start to sound really philosophical in a minute, and you're all going to be like, you're all just going to question me dramatically. But still, everyone's a different person, and, you know, everyone has their own opinions, and everyone's got their own thoughts and their own feelings. All of that is just perfectly okay. If we're gonna live together in a world, which is what we do, we live together in this world, then surely we should team up. Because let's use a really, really probably unlikely scenario. Imagine if aliens came to Earth and they wanted to kill us all of us. It didn't matter what race, what gender, what sexuality you were, what your religious beliefs were. Imagine if aliens came to Earth and they wanted to kill us. We'd have to stick together, and naturally we would. Naturally we'd think, oh no, people are trying to kill us, let's group together and try and protect ourselves. Would we really group together in groups of black people and white people and gay people and straight people? Is that really what would happen? Because I don't think it is. I think we'd all go around our neighbourhoods and our towns and we'd be so scared of death, because I presume these aliens would have some amazing weapon that would kill us all. I don't really know. We'd all be so scared of dying that we'd just group together as one and try and protect each other. And it seems silly to think about, because imagine if we did do that, right? Imagine if we did group together, which we would. There would be so many reasons for us not grouping together. Like, there would be so many reasons for me to say to some people that I've met in my life, oh, I don't want to work with you, and I don't want to help you because you've said this to me and you've made me feel this way that I haven't liked. You've made me feel upset and mad and angry, and, like, you've made me feel wrong as a person. Can you imagine, in our moments where we would be trying to scramble together to stop ourselves from being killed, Do you really think we'd be saying to people who've hated on us before, or, have said something mean to us before, or made us feel horrible before, would you really want to be able to turn to that person and say, I don't want to work with you? Because we could, that's the thing. That's the horrible thing about it, is there's so many people who you could just go to and say, I'm not going to help you. To be really horrible, I don't care if you die, because you've said this to me, or you've said this to my friends, or you've made people feel this way, and now why should we help you? Oh, these last two rants have been about the same thing for me, really, and it's about tolerance. Because I tolerate everybody, okay? I maybe judge people from looking at them, but that doesn't mean that I think, oh, they're going to be directly like that. I'm like, oh, they look like this, or from what I've heard, they act like this, but I'd rather get to know a person first. Because don't deny it, everybody has judged someone in their life. Everyone has said, or everyone looked at a person and thought, oh, that person looks like this, or that person's like that. And I've done it too. I'll admit, I do look at people in the street and something and think, oh, they look a little bit like this. That's all they look like. And I will tolerate that person because I couldn't really care less what they look like. Like, even if they look really ugly to me, I'm not going to hate on them just because they're ugly. Also, everybody's beautiful. I don't really care what you look like. You're all beautiful. Just know that. Just quickly. To have a quick inspirational moment, all of you watching this video, and all of you who aren't watching this video, and every single person who's about to be born, and every single person who's about to die, and everybody in this world, you're all beautiful. And I believe that, and I tolerate people. Before I know them, I tolerate people, and I'm willing to tolerate everybody. The people I'm not willing to tolerate are the people who are intolerant of other people. People who are homophobic, people who are racist. I can't think of any other terms for people who hate on others. I try and tolerate everybody. And I do try and tolerate, I even have heard stories of murderers and things. And while maybe other people are watching at home thinking, oh, I could never, maybe write a letter or something to a murderer, I'd be perfectly willing to do that. Because that's a mistake they've made in their past. A lot of them see where the problem was, or a lot of them know what they did. I will tolerate you. I will tolerate everybody, so long as you're not intolerant of others. The moment you become intolerant of someone else is the moment I become intolerant of you. Which is why, unfortunately, a lot of the people in this one class where things seem to keep happening all the time, I am really intolerant of. And I hate when I'm intolerant of people because I just become really angry around them, and I start to intentionally avoid people. And that becomes a real problem when maybe my friends start to hang around those people, but that's when I become tolerant of people. I just have to tolerate everyone, and this whole video's got really confusing. I know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I'm trying to say that we need to tolerate each other. We need to love each other because we need each other to survive. Everyone on this planet needs the next person. And if you think about it, maybe you might be homophobic now, but who knows, because the people who are trying to be homophobic to me are roughly the same age as me, 15, 16. These people aren't even adults. And they already hate somebody because of who that person is. And the fact is, what if this one person who was trying to say things to me about me being bisexual, what if they grow up and they marry someone who's the same sex as them? What if they grow up and all of a sudden they have these really strong feelings for someone who's the same sex? Are they going to deny these feelings for the rest of their life? Because you wouldn't. If you were in love with someone, it doesn't matter who that person is to you. It doesn't matter what flaws other people see in them. You're in love with them, and you don't care what other people see. And we should all love each other. We should all not care what one person who's just intolerant says about our friends, because it's just silly. Because we need... I need the next man or woman as much as they need me. I need all of you as much as you hopefully need me. It bugs me a lot when people are just intolerant, because I have never understood any reason for people to be intolerant. I don't know if maybe my parents have brought me up in the right way or something. I don't know if there is a right or wrong way to parent. I know I'm not really old enough to say any of this, because I'm not really. I know that people tend to just disregard what I say because I'm just a 15-year-old girl. There's nothing special about me, I'm just an ordinary person, and people disregard what I say, but when it comes down to it, everyone should love everyone else. We need to all listen to each other, we need to all love the next person, because who knows, one day you might grow up all your life and you might hate on gay people, and you might say, oh, gay people are wrong, or bisexual people are wrong, and then one day when you're older, you might fall in love with someone who's the same sex, and then all of a sudden, people might start hating on you for being gay or being bisexual or whatever you are. And then all of a sudden you're going to remember all those years ago when you were maybe just a kid or you were just young. You're going to remember all those years ago when you hated on someone who's gay or bisexual. And you're going to think back to that, and all you're going to want to do is say sorry to them. All you're going to want to do is say, I'm so sorry, I never meant any of that. Because all of a sudden you know what it feels like. I guess all I'm trying to say is we need to love each other. And we need to tolerate each other. We don't need to like each other, we don't need to like each other's views, and we don't need to like each other's opinions. This is what debating was invented for, so we could argue against each other's opinions. We just need to be tolerant of one another. We need to respect each other. We need to not bully other people just because that person is a particular way. We need to love each other. Because there is going to be a point in time where, I don't know, it could just be a neighbourhood, where all of a sudden in your neighbourhood, I don't know, say there's a mass murderer. Your entire neighbourhood's going to want to group together because you're going to want to know news. You're all going to want to know where to look. And if one of you's been intolerant to other people in that neighbourhood, that one of you's going to be left out. And then if I'm really horrible about this, that one of you's going to get murdered. And when you're murdered, you're going to think, why was I so stupid? Why was I so stupid? Why did I not just tolerate people? Because you're going to realise it doesn't mean that you have to like them. It doesn't mean that you have to like what they do, what they think, how they are. You just have to respect them. At a very, very basic ground level, you just have to like them, respect them. You have to put up with them, really. Oh, like, that doesn't mean you have to talk to them, that doesn't mean you have to even wave at them. Who knows, that person that you've maybe hated on before in the past, if any of you have ever hated on people, right, this is what we're going to do. If any of you have ever hated on anybody, the next time you see them, I want you to smile at them. And that doesn't mean you ever have to speak to them ever again. Just don't hate on them. Just don't hate on a person just because of who they are. Because maybe that person is going to do something amazing, and all of a sudden you're going to regret hating on them because they've done this amazing thing, and you could have been their friend, and you could be able to say, oh, this person who did this amazing thing is my friend. But if you've never done that, if you've hated on them, all you're going to be able to say is, oh, I missed an opportunity. That could be a horrible feeling for you because, hey, maybe they cure cancer, maybe they cure world hunger, and you're going to have hated on this person. Just try and be nice to each other. Yeah, just love each other. Because I love all you. I don't know why any of you watch me, because personally I'm just some ordinary girl from a little town in Scotland, and I'm not important to anyone. Like, I'm not an important person. I'm not famous. I'm not curing cancer. I'm not even the smartest kid in the world. I'm not like even the smartest kid in any of my classes. And I don't know why you watch me, but I love you for it. Can I just say, while we're on the topic of loving you all, I have 120 followers on Twitter, and that means that some of you are even interested in what I do in my life. I was wondering if you'd like me to do this little rant time thing every week, perhaps on a Sunday. It might not be every week, it might be once a month, however you'd like it to work. And suppose if you did it once a week or once a month, you could just tell me something that's maybe happened that you'd like me to complain about. And basically, I'll sit down in my room and I'll complain about it. Hope you all have a good day, guys. Love. Lots of love. Lots of love from Runaway. Runaway love. Bye.